Testing 1 2 3. What is up, guys? So for y'all that don't know, my name is Kevin the Refugee, aka Kevin the Farm D, whatever you want to call me. Basically, what I do is help people get rich and give real ass advice to millennials and stuff. So if you guys want pharmacy advice, investing advice, relationship advice, this is the place for you. Um, as far as content today, I was trying to think of a topic before and whatnot, but honestly, I just want to freestyle today, and I just think it's just so that people can come in and whatnot. Um, yeah, I was reading comments, and one of the comments that really struck out to me today was actually somebody was telling me to do more vlogs and stuff, and I want to talk a little bit about that. There's probably a reason why I haven't been doing vlogs, but I've been thinking about doing them again after reading that comment, and it just really touched me because I always thought the vlogs were like very boring and stuff. Probably more entertaining than my talking videos half the time. But yeah, I like there comes a point with vlogging where every day seems the same. My days don't aren't that exciting most of the time. I'm just sitting at a cafe most of the time or going jujitsu and doing the same routine stuff. And I think vlogging is actually really cool when I have something to do that day, like I want to capture it. But sometimes with vlogging, I'm not sure if like anybody's else like other vloggers talk about this too, is just that sometimes you want to be in the moment. So one of the reasons why I've been vlogging my Thanksgiving parties and like all that sort of stuff is because like when you're creating content, you sort of detach yourself like from the experiencing the actual thing and the actual moment. So like for me, my grandma was in town, but like I love doing those captions with my grandma and stuff, and I got plenty of that stuff. I was actually editing my Bermuda vlog earlier, but yeah, so I just want to be in the moment sometimes. So for y'all that caught the stream yesterday or watched the replay yesterday, let me know what you guys think in the chat. um what the fuck, no one's in the chat right now. I only got 3 people in this bitch. It's also probably because it's like finals week too for a lot of people, so not too many people today. But yeah. So other things that have happened. Oh yeah, if you haven't checked it out, I've actually let me open up my browser really quick. Um, I actually did a recent. Let's see. Here we go. Oh shit, I can't do that. I did a recent blog on Refugee Hustle, and I'm trying to get more regular with it. It kind of sucks too. Like sometimes, like what I've realized that my views have been going down for everything, and I'm just like, fuck. Just makes me realize that maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. But yeah, actually, hold on. So on my blog, I go over like what to do if you're scared to invest. I think everybody goes through this sort of fear at one point when you're learning to invest. Like it's very scary. Um, I know for me, like luckily, like for me, I was like 11 years old when I first started investing and whatnot, and I was 11 years old, and man, things were so simple because I didn't know anything. And sometimes, like when it comes to investing, ignorance is bliss sometimes. I mean, it's great to have all the information, but sometimes so much information just like overwhelms us with mutter bullshit. And it makes it a lot harder to make a decision. So um yeah, but in general, like honestly, uh it's really exciting investing right now, especially in Bitcoin, because everything keeps on going up and up and up. And if you're trying to get in Bitcoin, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. Like that's why I dollar cost average, because it takes away so much. For y'all that don't know what dollar cost averaging is either, it's just like putting money every single month and investing a set amount. And then whenever there's a dip, I usually like put more money in, or what I call double down. So um yeah, that's the system I use, just because right now it's so hard to find a entry point. Um but I'm actually not investing in Bitcoin per se. I'm looking at another coin right now and whatnot. So I'll talk about it more once I invest into it. But yeah. Oh God, we finally got some money in the chat. It's so slow today, man. Hey Kevin, one of the nursing vlogs I follow just announced he's walking away for nursing to focus on family and business. Do you think it's better to hunker down in healthcare, pharmacy, or take a chance with your business in 20s and 30s? See, the thing is that nursing and all those quote unquote stable things are always there for you. It might be a little harder because maybe you don't learn as fast, or maybe you have kids at that later point in life if you return to school. But for me, I would definitely focus on living, like doing that job and like working on my business. It's more rewarding for me, you know? Um if you're ever curious about like why I don't exactly leave my job, it's just because student loans, living expenses, and stuff like that. So I can generate a good amount through Refugee Hustle and digital marketing and stuff. It's not a smart idea, and I think like honestly too, it feels good to really. I mean, it's a really cool idea to just be like, YOLO, fuck it, I'ma risk it all, you know. But at the same time, um, a lot of entrepreneurs are very like they don't like unpredictable or risks. They only take calculated risks, right? And so for me, it's not a smart move. I'd rather be investing my money into crypto, and hopefully it'll blow up so I can generate some cash flow on the back end and liberate myself so I can focus a full time on my online business. And yeah, but like I said, I don't think it's a smart idea to just YOLO everything and just for me right now as I'm working. But if you're a student and stuff and you don't have that much loans, like fuck it, why not? You know? What the fuck? Sorry, I meant to go chat. What degree did you graduate before going to pharmacy school? Says Kevin for her. Kevin Finn her. I graduated with a biochemistry slash chemistry degree, or chemistry minor actually. So that's what I graduated. If I were to do something different, I would probably do like some sort of business type of thing. I think that would be really fun, you know. Or maybe I think it would be really cool to have MBA too, like MBA PharmD and stuff as well. So DJ Zealous, Kevin, que pasa? Nothing, man. I'm just like today I'm actually really tired. Um I don't know. I've just been editing all day and like working on my blog and stuff, and I'm just a little drained. I was actually with my friend Carol just now. We were just talking about relationships and shit, and yeah, man. Uh like one of the reasons why I started later today was because one of my friends, you know that feeling when like somebody's just really down sometimes? Like your homie is down and they're not, you can tell something's bothering them. Like I want to take a few extra minutes to make sure that, hey, like I got your back, and and just be there for your friends and stuff. Oh shit, we have Brian today. Brian, what's up? Brian just came back from mid-year, so awesome, man. How was mid-year? Let me know in the comment. Hey, shit, maybe you should jump on a call, man, if you're down. Legend RX says, "Be Fung in the house." I have concerns about crypto. The coins might be valued at a certain amount, but is the liquidity there to back it up? Will you be able to cash out a year from now? It's no one's Miss Cleo, man. The reason I'll tell you the reasons why I believe in crypto, because it actually solves problems that conventional money has, and guaranteed, do not invest any money that you don't want to lose, because crypto is still very volatile. You see the ups and downs all the time. Like literally the other day it was like, I think it was like at 11,000. Well, this was like a week ago, but it was like at earlier in the week it was at 11,000, and then it drops to like 9,000. Like keeps on going up and down. It's so crazy. But who knows? I don't even know. as hopefully like with all the exchanges and stuff, but I don't really know, to be honest with you. No one knows what's going to happen a year from now, but I have with relative certainty that it'll still be here. Just because it fixes so many problems. And you can tell that it's really catching a trend just because a lot of governments are actually freezing accounts. I think some country in the Middle East somewhere just froze a bunch of accounts and stuff. So a lot of governments are trying to stop it, and that's why cryptocurrency, like the whole point of for a lot of cryptocurrencies is so that the government can't regulate that shit. Hey Kev, Ashley Bowen says, hey Kev, for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been indecisive about medical school or pharmacy school. Then on Friday, I got a scholarship to take a free MCAT Kaplan course. Do you think it's fate or should I intervene? And it looks like Gennaro is going through the same thing. Well, Ashley, I'll open this up to you. Do you want to be on a call right now? If you do, let me know. And let's set up a call. You Facebook friend me and whatnot, and then we can definitely do a call right now, and maybe I can help answer your question live right now. Brian says, I'm actually still at the conference, about to head to bed. Got you in the background while I brush my teeth, lol. Awesome, Brian. That's the true homie there. For y'all that don't follow Brian, you guys should if you're really into pharmacy stuff, because Brian actually offers a very I compare myself to JK of like the pharmacy YouTube world, and Brian to be like the Wong Fu, because he's very prim and proper and I'm like the fucking ratchet, and awesome news, guys. I'm actually in the middle of talking to Nova Patra too, and she's really cool. Like I watched all her videos today, and she speaks Cantonese, so I'm like, damn. But she also like really speaks to me. Her story, like she got her dream corporate job. She didn't like it. Then she started webcamming and doing Twitch and doing all these things. And then she has that infamous Twitch video where she left her camera on, which was fucking genius. Went viral. And she calls herself a corn star. So she only does videos with her husband and stuff. She travels the world and stuff. She's just really genuine and nice. I met her through Broke the Habit and or Peter, and it was just really cool. I'm honestly a very small creator. Like I have the smallest dick out of all of them. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a collab. I just finished editing my my interview with the MTM company and stuff, and how they started. There's a lot of cool interviews, but I just haven't had enough time. You know what's so funny? I actually recently did my calendar, but it's it's hella bootleg. It's like the old school like calendar. I just gotta put in my Google Calendar later. But sometimes you just want to go old school and like low tech and shit, just because it's like physical. Um, so I'm pretty young, but I've always been into older guys. What do you think? I'm glad I'm not alone, General. Well, Ashley, let me answer your question then, since I haven't got a response for you. So if you have a free MCAT like test from Kaplan, what's the worst that can happen? If you want, like if I were in your shoes and I had an equal opportunity, like I could go into medical school or pharmacy school. Both are very promising. Both 100%. I would get into either, right? I would actually go talk to different doctors in various specialties if you get a chance, and just talk to them and see if they're like, take them out to coffee and stuff, and just see what are the best parts about the job, what are the secret unknowns about the job, what was unexpected about the job, and would they do it again? And the reason why I like doing this in a coffee shop, because if you do it at their place, their office, or whatever, the answers aren't going to be as candid, right? But I think like one of the great things about coffee is that people are a lot more genuine. It's more relaxed. You know, it's kind of like going out to a bar, going out for drinks, and people are going to be a lot more honest with you. So I would do that, and then I would do the same for pharmacists too. And not to say one's better than the other. You know, like with pharmacy, you just get out a lot quicker. You don't have as much responsibility. You're not on call. You don't have to do residency if you don't want to. You know, there's a lot of flexibility there. On the other side, with a physician, you have you have like especially in the hospitals, the hierarchy is there. You know, you have more responsibility. There's a lot of things that you can do. Per I guess once you finish paying off all your loans, you have greater cash flow and stuff. But I don't know. To me, like I don't think like since I'm not super invested into the healthcare system, like it doesn't make sense for me to be a doctor or physician or anything like that. I just never wanted that, you know. To me, business speaks to me, and it's just like this is exciting. This is what gets me up in the day and stuff, you know. So yeah, that's how I would go about it actually. Um, and I think some factors. I was actually reading a really cool Reddit post the other day. It was about quarter life crises and how so many millennials they have, and this is going to be my next article on refugee hustle. So stay tuned if you wanna read it. But there's so many people who are millennials who are so unsure about the next steps, right? And you can always break it down into four different things. Other than money, because people are like, oh yeah, it's all about the money. But basically, being happy comes down to four things: where you physically live, so like what city you live in, or where you live, like so what city you're in, um, what city you're in, is it vibrant, is it cool, like where you physically live, because you could live in LA, but you could be living on Skid Row on the street. Your relationships in life, so your significant others, your friends, stuff like that, and what you spend majority of your time doing, so work, um school, like is this something that you really enjoy? And you give yourself a point, yes or no, like for each one. And if you have like two of the four, you're doing okay, right? Three of the four, you're doing pretty good. 4 out of 4 is the dream job, or it's the dream life, you know. And so by ranking that, it gives you a good estimate of um it gives you a good like feel for what your life is going to be, now back to being a doctor and whatnot. Imagine what your life being a doctor, and this is where like Reddit really comes into play. Like Reddit, maybe Student Doctor Network, but I like Reddit because it's the most candid answers. You know, people aren't gonna give you bullshit answers and stuff like that. And just think about those four different factors that I listed and list them out. Now, if you were to pursue pharmacy, do the same thing on the other side. It makes it a little more so you can actually imagine it, and so it's more tangible rather than just like an airy fairy thing, you know? Sometimes like if you're very scared about something, or you're very unsure, what are the factors that can make it more real, you know? So I would try to do that. Those are some ideas that I just threw out. I just literally came up with that off the top of my head. But hopefully that can definitely help you a little more, you know? So I'm still pretty young, but I've always been an older. Oh yeah, Elaine's thing. Oh, Brian's headed to bed. See ya, dude. Everyone at at mid-year knows about your channel, by the way. Awesome, man. Can't wait. Dude, next time we definitely gotta hit up a conference, Brian. Fuck. Yeah, so Elaine, I'm pretty young, but I've always been to older guys. What do you think of appropriate age gap, or should age matter? As long as it's not illegal, like I don't think anyone wants to get hit. I don't know how young you are, but no one wants to get hit with a pedo like charge or anything like that. But as you get older, age doesn't matter as much. Like me dating, well, let's say if I'm 30, right, If I was 30, me dating a 23-year-old is not as big deal, not as big of a deal as if I was dating someone who was 16, which is the same age difference. And you might be asking yourself, why is that? But it's also the mental state. When you're sick, the difference between when you're 16 and when you're 23 is very different from when you're like 23 and 30. You know, if you're 16, you don't really know, like, your brain's not matured yet. You really haven't experienced life. Your life experiences are just probably with school, maybe after school and stuff for most part, unless you ditch school all the time and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do drugs and all that sort of stuff and all the bad shit. But your experiences are very limited. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, when you're 23, you might be out of college. You probably go out with your friends at night, go to clubs. You don't have a curfew. You don't live with your parents. Hopefully not. If you do, that's cool. And pretty much your situation is very similar when you're 29 and 30. You just might have a little more money, more developed in your career and stuff like that. So honestly, age doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, I mean, like, you're into what you're into. Like, even guys who are like pedophiles and stuff like that, or like really into, not pedophiles, but really interested in younger girls and stuff like that. um I mean, they're into what they're into, but a lot of them never take action either, and they try to actively get help as well. So yeah. Dylan says, props to your friend about starting her own pharmacy. That'd be dope if she can sell it to Walgreens or CVS. How's that going for her? She's actually having her grand opening on December 13th, I believe. But yeah, you guys should stop by. Her pharmacy is called One Pharmacy, and I will be there. Let me grab. Let's see. I have it in the calendar, but basically, she's having a grand opening. It's in Huntington Beach and stuff. If you guys are down, but oh yeah, it's December 16th. I don't know what time it's at. I think it's like 1 to 3, but don't quote me on that. I can talk about it. If you guys are interested, just let me know. But maybe I'll do a meet and greet there or something, and just you guys can just chill with us and stuff like that if you're in California. Um Hey Kevin, I just got my first paycheck from my pharmacy internship. Should I buy a PS4? Yeah, fuck it. Why not buy a PS4? I mean, yeah, Gennaro, it might be great if you could invest it, but sometimes you gotta live too. And I think, like, it's a huge celebration. This is a first step in your life, and just enjoy life too, man. Elaine's like, yeah, lol, not jailbait anymore. Nicole asks, what about older girls, Kevin? Would you date someone 7 years older than me? Oh God, 7 years older than me? That's like a girl who's 36. Um, I want kids, man. You can still have kids at 36. If she's down and she was really supportive and stuff like that, yeah, why not? Like, uh it's not my preferred age, or I don't want to even say preferred age. It's not an age that I would expect myself to date. But if I was like attracted to her and she was like fine and stuff, why not? Um, I definitely know girls who would do the opposite. If uh, like, I'm 29, girls would easily date a 36-year-old. If they're 29, easy. But the opposite way, maybe. I don't know. I'd be open to it. I can say this, like, for certain, I would be very, very open to it. So um let's see. Nicole Elaine says, Nicole, not sure how to start investing in New Zealand. Read Kevin's guide on index funds and stuff, but it's quite different here. Yeah, it's very different. I don't really know how New Zealand is, but everywhere is very different. The only thing is just like start doing some sort of investment, or maybe I'm not a good example to follow if you're in New Zealand. I don't like I say to people, I'm no like super expert on investing. I just teach you what I learn, and I just share like knowledge that I've acquired. Um I learned from my uncle for most part, but the whole market, like everything's so different than it was when my uncle was investing. You have to realize until like for most of the 1900s, like it's pretty much the same for most part. Like 1950s to the internet was very similar. Like, yeah, there's like technological advancements and stuff, but the internet changed everything. It created all these different jobs, industries, and stuff like that. So like what my uncle was initially doing is very different from what we're doing now. But a lot of the key concepts about mindset and stuff you can still apply. The core principles of investing, they never change. That's why I recommend there's this book, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Great book. You gotta read it. It's like a fucking Bible, but read it, man. It's one of the classics about investing, and that's one of the reasons why it's timeless. I had to pause the stream, so I heard you answer my question. Thank you so much. I've read Student Doctor Network till my eyes bleed, so I'll try Reddit. Hopefully, I'll get out of my quarter life crisis. Laugh my ass off. Hey Ashley, make sure to read my article next week. Then, it might help you. I don't know, like, but really, like, I would identify the things that are most important to you. Like, do you want a family? Do you want like, what do you want to be? Do you want to travel? Like, what are some key things that are very important to you? For me, I don't give a fuck about. I mean, it's nice to travel and stuff, but I care more about the relationships around me, you know? And I care about having purpose in my life and strong purpose. I want to change people's lives. I think as a provider, it's great. You get to change people's, like, really impact people's life one on one, right? But for me, I want a more global, broader scale where I can actually create products and create things that people can help people while I fucking jerk off to Pornhub and stuff. I always tell people that. That's the dream. Help people while I jerk off, or help people while I take a shit. Like, that is the dream. Like, who doesn't want that? Green Tea is like watching a live stream on MTR. Oh, what line are you on, Green Tea? Can't stay long since I'm using data. Hey, Green Tea, thank you for watching, by the way. I appreciate it, man. You're a true homie. You always stop by even when you're busy and stuff. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Fuck yeah, Kev. I knew you'd say that. You the man. Been wanting to get in Madden 2K throughout all uni, man. Like, seriously, I think sometimes, like, really, we don't have enough fucking fun, dude. Like, there's a reason why I like rap and hip hop, because it brings out that like inner kid in me. And I just like, dude, earlier I was watching Tory Lanez, and he was like freestyling and shit on Flex, like Hot 97. And I was like, damn, this shit is fire, man. And like, honestly, we don't do enough things that really excite us. And dude, it's something to be, you gotta celebrate, man. Like, yeah, investing's cool and all. If you want to do a 50-50 split, go ahead. But sometimes you just fucking ball out, man. And on your next paycheck, because your chances are this is not your last paycheck. Next paycheck, invest, right? But for the first one, it's a celebration, man. Fucking go ham. Do whatever you want to do, like cocaine or go to a strip club. Fuck it. Do it in moderation. Oh, Green D, yo, legend. Opinion on penny stocks. Don't really have an opinion on them. I don't really play penny stocks. And I think that's the thing. Like, with investments, like with investing, you choose, like, you have your certain thing that you stick to. There's different like sectors and stuff. Like Jason, my roommate, he really likes healthcare and technology. For me, I follow him. And I do cryptocurrency. Those are my things, that I understand. By nature, like, I'm a pharmacist. I understand like the pipeline of like the FDA approval and stuff. Um, and like we can read studies, even though I don't really read any studies and stuff. But if I really want to go into it, I could read a study and sort of understand it, and make assumptions based off that. But yeah. But yeah, penny stocks I don't fuck with. I mean, like I'm sure you can make a killing on it, but I'm sure it gives people like heart attacks and shit too. I don't really know that much about them. What do you think about CVS buying Aetna for 69 billion? Do you think they're trying to make some kind of Kaiser type of thing? Um, I don't really have an opinion. I was looking at my stocks today because I am a CVS stockholder, and I didn't see much change, but I don't really know how this is going to impact healthcare. Maybe they are trying to do a Kaiser type of thing. I wouldn't be surprised because they have a very like one thing I will pride CVS on. They have a very strong vision about healthcare and stuff and how they impact healthcare. And to me, like I think the grand vision is actually really inspiring. I've sat through those CVS trainings and stuff. And for me, like I was very inspired back then, But the reason like but then like the reason why I was kind of unhappy at CVS was because that grand vision and how they treat their like maybe things have changed, it's been a long time, right? But their grand vision and how they used to treat their employees didn't really match up. And so like there's that I can't think of the word. It's there's like that incongruence or that I totally blanked out on the word. But like it doesn't match up, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just didn't want to do it anymore. But props to them for acquiring Etna. That's a huge third party and stuff. I mean, like it's not the first third party that CVS has acquired. I mean, remember the whole CVS Caremark thing and whatnot. So I have no idea the plans, and I honestly have not researched it enough at all. On a more pharmacy related note, how would you recommend OTC's products to patients? My preceptress helps quite a bit, but she's also really busy, so sometimes I have to wing it. E.g., cold medication. So it's pretty like there's a treatment algorithm for everything. And if you are an intern, I recommend not it's not the most scientific thing, but I recommend actually reading Pharmacist Letter. And Pharmacist Letter, they have a really good breakdown of which OTCs to recommend, which are not recommended, and stuff like that. That's a good place to start at least. There's also like charts too with the like what are your symptoms and this is what you give. But start thinking about like um yeah, like honestly, there's like OTC textbooks and stuff like that, which is kind of pharmacy charts is actually really good too. They I remember pharmacy charts. There is a section on OTC and stuff. Highly recommend pharmacy charts, but that's like $150. So chances are, if you want the best, cheapest way to learn about it is actually probably through Pharmacist Letter and stuff. Which every like most chains, and it's very accessible to most chains. Um, Here, let me see if I can log into Pharmacist Letter, man. Hold on for a second. I might not be able to, just because I'm not at work and they recently changed everything. But I'll take a look for you really quick. But I mean, after a while, things like you start memorizing like the treatment algorithms in your head and stuff, and I don't know. I just know them like the back of my hand, man. It's just like repetition, like anything else in life. Like you just get better the more you ride a bike and stuff. Fuck, dude. I like totally lost my chat. I don't even know where my chat is. Oh, here it is. Um, but KP owns and operates their own facilities, kind of unique compared to their managed care insurers. Thanks, man. I'll definitely look into that. Throughout uni, we're so focused on prescription meds. I've realized immediately that the main focus of my day is actually OTC in terms of advice. Yeah, because a lot of patients, they don't like they might not have money to go to urgent care or anything like that. So they want the best closest option over a counter and stuff. And so it's actually a really good place to just, like if I was a patient, the first place I always would stop to is my pharmacy because they can always offer advice. They're the most accessible healthcare professional out there, but the only problem is just like we're just so busy half the time, and that's a horrible excuse. But the culture of pharmacy, the way that we get reimbursed is per script. We don't get reimbursed for consultations and stuff like that. And so unfortunately, that's like the culture. And like I don't care what a lot of chains say, they don't add a lot of buffer time for us to really counsel people. So I mean, we try our best, but at the end of the day, like let's say if I had two patients, right, and one needed OTC consult and another patient needs their prescription, and they both, let's hypothetically say they came at the same time, I'm going to prioritize the patient who needs their actual prescription, in front of the OTC patient, just because it's inaccessible to them. Like without me, they're not getting their meds, period. So all right, man. Let's see. Let's check the remaining chat stuff, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Most patients on prescription meds already know what to do and stuff. Is like, yeah, that's true. That's very true, man. Okay, guys. So it's been streaming about 30 minutes. We got 15 people in here. This did pretty well today, man. As always, I actually, if you guys want to be on a live call next week, just let me know. I just had one of my viewers, one of you guys actually reached out to me through my Facebook and wanted me to do a live call, but apparently this week wasn't a very good week. But yeah, guys, if you want to do live calls, feel free to Facebook Messenger me, and then we can we'll go from there, or you can DM me, and then we can also go from there. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like YouTube shit. Also, like, read my article too on investing. See if you like it or not. If you don't, that's cool. If you're not into investing, that's totally fine. But I just thought it would be a really good article for you millennials, us millennials, because I'm technically a millennial too, and just really get people in the habit of investing, because I feel so strongly about it. I think like one of the huge things that investing has taught me is like really proper mindset, like not proper mindset, but how to have a level-headed mindset in a world of temptation. You see all these ups and downs, and you can make all these like very emotional decisions, and in investing, that can sometimes fuck you over, So yeah, man. Hopefully you guys, if you guys like my content, then subscribe my email list. I literally share like emails, like I share like my inner life all the time, like from music to books I'm reading to products I'm using, So if you want to get to know me on a deeper level, then subscribe my email list. Otherwise, not a big deal. And fuck. And I hope you guys stay tuned this week for all the cool content I'm going to have. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. Peace. Good night.